I have some good news for everybody. The Democratic leaders in Washington have finally figured out a strategy to win in 2018. They're focusing on all the right things here. Take a look at this. Schumer calls for crackdown on Snortable chocolate. Thank you, Chucky. Thank you. We really appreciate that. You're really out there fighting hard for the people. He's calling for a crackdown on Snortable chocolate. First of all, I didn't know that was a thing. Second of all, now that he's calling for a crackdown on it, I'm going to try some. Just as a fuck you to Chuck Schumer. This is what this guy thinks about. You know what he thinks about? He thinks about agreeing with Donald Trump on bombing the Syrian government. Thank you, Chuck. The resistance. Hashtag the resistance. He thinks about that, and he thinks about this. Cracking down on Snortable chocolate. All right, let's see what they say. Senator Charles Schumer is calling for regulators to crack down on Snortable chocolate, warning that it's being marketed like a drug. Schumer wrote a letter to the Food and Drug Administration on Saturday asking them to investigate products like Coco Loco, an inhalable food product with caffeine, according to the Associated Press. This suspect product has no clear health value, Schumer said. I can't think of a single parent who thinks it is a good idea for their children to be snorting over-the-counter stimulants up their noses. Coco Loco is made with cacao powder. Cocoa, is that supposed to say? Is that? I don't know. An ingredient used in chocolate that contains caffeine. It also reportedly uses ingredients common in energy drinks. It's marketed as a stimulant that aids in focus, feelings of euphoria, and motivation that is great for partygoers to dance the night away without a crash, according to the AP, which notes that those claims have not been vetted by the FDA. Is this stuff dangerous? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Sounds like it might be. But I don't care. I don't care. You know what's dangerous? Alcohol is fucking dangerous. It's really, really, really dangerous. And we have it legal, taxed, and regulated. This should probably be similar. Should legal, tax, and regulated. Put a minimum age on it, slap a tax, and put the money towards education on drug abuse or whatever. You know, do stuff like that. But Chuck, why are you doing this? He's just wasting his time. This is what he's thinking about. You know, I need to figure out a way to try to stop people from doing what they want to do as long as they're not hurting anybody else. That's what I need to do. You know, it's not like you're a Democratic leader and you live in a country where half the country makes $30,000 a year or less. It's not like you live in a country where 45,000 people die every year because they don't have access to basic health care. It's not like you live in a country that's currently doing 7 different interventions where we also spend $100 billion a year on 800 military bases all around the world. It's not like you live in that country, right? Such a simpleton. He thinks this is an easy way to score political points. I got it. Nobody can be against this, right? Snortable chocolate feels like it's wrong and bad. I want to crack down on it. Please vote for me. Aren't I such a progressive leader? They're hopeless. They can't focus on the things that matter because their donors don't want them to fix those things. Chucky's Wall Street donors don't want them to push for a living wage because that would hurt their profits. So, Snortable chocolate, I care about people a lot. So I'm looking out for your best interest. I want to ban Snortable chocolate. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Thank you. This is why we elected you, Chuck. He ran a strong campaign on a anti-Snortable chocolate platform. And now he's just, following through with why we put him there in Washington.